Hello, beautiful souls. Today, I want to share some insights about the importance of setting healthy boundaries and understanding your own self-worth, your value for just being. As a matter of fact, there's nothing you need to do to be worthy or valuable. Just being is where your value lies in. This journey isn't just for healers and guides. It's crucial for everyone seeking personal growth and fulfilling relationships. We often find ourselves in situations where we give it all to others, when you go above and beyond to help others, whether in our personal or professional lives. We do this because we want others to feel good, to feel seen, to feel loved and cared for. And I wonder if we recognize that is what others need. Could it be what we need to? I want you to contemplate that for a minute. When we recognize that others have a need, could it mean that because I know what it feels to have the need, I know what they need? And if so, how could I also give to myself while supporting others in their needs and wants? While generosity is admirable, it's essential to maintain balance. Let me share a story that illustrates this point. I once worked with a client, a very successful alternative doctor, who consistently put her patients' needs above her own and even her family's. She believed that being the best doctor was the key to taking care of her loved ones by being able to provide for them financially. However, as we went deep and deeper into her healing journey, we discovered that she was seeking validation from her clients to feel worthy of being alive. It's a long story, but basically her mother neglected her and her father abandoned her at age 2. Mom was drinking constantly, and when drunk would tell her that she wasn't wanted, that she should just be quiet and go to her room. She often did not have food, and by age 4 had to learn to get her own cereal. She had to get on a chair to grab the cereal because to prevent her from overeating, the mother would put the cereal in the cabinets above the counter. She became a doctor to help others, but in her healing process, she realized she became a doctor to better understand her struggles, herself, and that dark feeling that showed up daily, which made her feeling like she was deep in the void, a deep feeling of being unworthy of life. She felt broken and unfixable. This is more common than you might think. Many of us unconsciously seek external validation to feel valuable. But here's the truth. Your worth isn't determined by how much you do for others or how successful you are in your career. It comes from within. This client found her value within after a 2-year deep immersive healing program where I guided her through many sessions of self-discovery and reprogramming her subconscious mind. The more she dug in, the more she found, and realized that without that challenge, she would have looked deep within to find her real self, her real sense of worth and value that has been lost for many lifetimes. Setting boundaries is a powerful way to demonstrate self-respect and teach others how to treat us. I struggled with setting boundaries with certain people in an effort to keep peace and not rock the boat, but it caused me to feel like I don't respect myself, so then I would get very triggered and angry with myself for letting it happen. So I want to give you some key takeaways for implementing healthy boundaries in your life. Recognize your limits, understand what you can realistically offer without compromising your well-being, because I love stories. I'll share another quick one. So I was working with a client, and in the middle of a very long, draining session, this person snapped, directing strong anger and disappointment towards me. The tone was demanding and condescending, basically simply disrespectful. It helped to open my eyes. Trust me, today I am so grateful for that experience. That situation marked the moment I became fully aware of how little this and perhaps other clients knew about what I really did for them. This person had no clue of how much I've compromised my energy, body, mind, and spirit to assist in their healing process. Shamans, healers, spiritual guides, or any energy worker doesn't do what we do for money. We do it because we have a sense of responsibility to help other heals. So no amount of money would compensate for what we put ourselves through to assist others. This also helped me realize how I needed to put more boundaries about the people I choose to accept as clients. It's important to note that when doing the type of healing work I do, it's easy for clients to take on the personalities of younger parts or parts that have been long gone, so they do act out those parts. However, there's always a level of self-consciousness that is present and aware, even when those parts come to the front. So this person choosing to address me in such a way was a conscious choice of the person out of a child or adolescent part. I am sharing this story to transition to this key question. I want you to contemplate on what's the energy exchange you have with the people in your life, whether it's family members, friends, clients, work colleagues. Is it a positive mutual energy exchange? What this means is this a healthy, valuable, enjoyable experience for both, or is there tension that makes interacting with this person challenging? Is there gossiping? Are there triggers that constantly put you in a defense or makes you feel ungrounded? And if so, what about this relationship makes you feel this way? How are people in your life exchanging energy with you? Are you a taker or a giver? Or do you feel that the people in your life are exchanging energy in a well-balanced manner? Or is it one-sided? You may be asking yourself, wait a minute, how would I know if I'm exchanging energy almost equally or well-balanced? This is easy to find out. Simply do a little exercise. Let's do an example and call your friend Michelle. So close your eyes and ask yourself, is my relationship with Michelle enhancing or diminishing? And allow yourself to be curious about the feelings that come up when you inquire about Michelle. Notice those feelings and name them. For example, I'm pretty happy and content with this relationship. I feel it's mutually benefiting for her and me. I feel I give her as much as she gives me or almost equally. Or perhaps you may say, wow, I tend to get quite frustrated with this person way too often. And if that's the case, then ask what about it makes you frustrated. Do you feel that you can count on this person or that you can be yourself? Or do you have to hide aspects of yourself for this person to accept you? Or do you feel that Michelle only comes to you when she needs or wants something? Does that make sense? Essentially think of a person and ask that hard question. Is my relationship with this person enhancing or diminishing? And be curious about your feelings, memories, thoughts, things that come up, perhaps a sensation in your body or a cough coming through to let you know something is off balance and one of you can't speak your truth perhaps. A key thing we must do is to express our boundaries respectfully, but assertively. There is no need to be mean or disrespectful in any way, but being firm about your boundaries helps for others to know what you value in your life. Sometimes we express boundaries and people ignore those boundaries, even after you have hinted a few times what those boundaries are. This is why having heart-to-heart communication is key. Before having those conversations, reflect on whether is it true that they are just taking from you, or are you afraid to be judged if you say something? What would the other person say if you put boundaries? How would they react? Just imagine it like a play. What would that play be like? That imaginary play has so much hidden clues for you about the relationship dynamics with this person. It's worth taking 5 minutes to visualize what that play would be like if you try to put and enforce healthy boundaries. It will give you perspective that perhaps you need before having those crucial conversations. Obviously, we need to value our time and energy. It's okay to say no to requests that drain you unnecessarily. The funny thing is that the more you do this, the more you become quite comfortable saying no. The more you say no to things you don't want to do, the more time you open to allow the right things to flow into your life. Try it today. And when we put boundaries, start saying no. Remove drainers from our lives. We also learn to prioritize self-care. Remember, taking care of yourself enables you to be there for the right people in your life much more effectively. And lastly, we also need to reassess regularly where you stand as you grow and develop. Sometimes we get carried away with boundaries that we may overdo it, but we must allow time to pass so we can reflect, integrate, and reassess, paying attention to what didn't work, paying attention to what is working and what is pending for us to put into practice. This is a journey, and reevaluating give us the opportunity to figure out where else we need to grow in life. What aspects require more conscious attention from us to become the person we want to be? I challenge you to reflect on your own life. Where might you benefit from setting clearer boundaries? Perhaps it's limiting work emails after hours, or learning to say no to social obligations that don't align with your values. Whatever it is, remember that setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's an act of self-respect that allows you to show up as your best self in all your relationships. By valuing yourself and setting healthy limits, you create space for more authentic connections and personal growth. You teach others how to respect your time and energy, leading to more balanced and fulfilling relationships. We're all on this journey of self-discovery and growth together. By supporting each other in creating sustainable practices and healthy boundaries, we can build stronger, more genuine connections with ourselves and those around us. Remember, a well-balanced, self-respecting individual is better equipped to positively impact the world around them. Your journey to setting healthy boundaries starts with one small step. Well, what will yours be today? Share with us. If you found value in today's video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out soulhealingtribe.com for free human life design reports in English and Spanish. Blessings.